Hey guys, it's Beth, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. So I did a little bit off screen, not much. It was literally just I went to go mining for coal, that way I could do a couple trades with our friendly neighborhood villagers. And I traded some beetroots, and so I figured out the other blacksmith that we have, his other sword enchantment, is sharpness 2. So our sword is now very good. Um, yeah. So, beyond that, uh, I went mining because I was able to get my mouse to somewhat work. I still have a new one ordered, but that won't be here for a few days, so... Well, yeah. That's fun. Uh, let's just go and do our... Oh, hey, look, a fox. Oh, 2 foxes. Hold on, I have sweet berries. Hold on, wait. 1 fox, two fox. Come on. Oh, dang, come on. No, this is how you get, like, other foxes. This is how you actually tame foxes. You have to breed them. Please. Come on. No, please. Come back. Why? Are there any more foxes over here? I mean, that was like our best case scenario. They were directly next to each other and then they ran away from each other. And now they're over there. Now they're just sleeping. Alright. Whatever. I'll try getting foxes later. Okay. So let's get, let's get a bit of charcoal. Let's get a couple more things of, stone brick going. Only 3. I only have enough for 3. So... go. There we go, and there we go. Oh, why... Randy, why are you playing Monopoly? That doesn't even work when we try to do that like, together. Why are you playing Monopoly alone? Alright, whatever. Okay. Oh, jeez. Wow, my bad. Sorry, my throat just did that. So let me grab some dirt. And let's grab ourselves some slabs. I'll turn these into slabs as well. Good. And where are my... I think I said I wanted to do potato as a full one next, so let me grab these potatoes. Because potatoes are probably the best actual, like, food I can make. Because, like, wheat is for, like, primarily breeding. That is, like, the main purpose behind growing it. Because I'm going to need to make a cow farm at some point for leather, since, you know, these games decided to make getting the enchantment table way harder for no particular reason. You know, for fun. So let's quickly fill up these wheat because bread is not the greatest food, and carrots aren't particularly that great either, and beetroot I'm growing specifically for trades. That's the only reason. Like, that is the only reason you should ever grow beetroot, it's for trades. Because it does, even the stews do not make it, like, particularly good. If you're gonna do stews, I'd recommend just the suspicious stew or mushroom stew. Like, suspicious stew is useful for a variety of reasons. But beet stew does not really help you in any way. So I've mainly been using this series as a way to, like, just talk about random things, and I'm going to continue doing that. Specifically, what I'm going to talk about right now is, the absolute awful state that is the Pokemon community right now. So I'm going to be completely honest. I love everything that I've been seeing from, the Diamond and Pearl remakes as well as Legends Arceus, and I get it. They don't look particularly great. I mean, actually no, I'm going to retract that. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have looked good since they were unveiled in my eyes, but to each their own. I don't particularly care about graphics, and never really have, because I'm pretty blind. Like, this isn't even like a joke, like, my eyes do not see things very well. So what I've just been doing is, like, all of my recordings are in 720p, not just because my computer doesn't really, like, handle, recording at any higher resolution particularly great, but also just because, like, I genuinely cannot see a difference between 1080 and 720, other than, like, text. Like, that is the most difference I'll see. To me, there is no noticeable difference. Also, I realized I've forgotten to bring the hose down here. So as long as, like, a game has a very good art style to it, I really don't care what resolution it's in, as long as it's legible. So, I honestly don't care too much about, like, how, like, all of these Pokemon games are looking, just because it's like, well, I wouldn't be able to see that big of a difference even if they were higher resolution. Like, the biggest that I would hope for is, like, more anti-aliasing and more smoothing to it, but realistically, it doesn't really matter. And also, it just seems weird because, like, I feel like every other day, people are talking about how absolutely messed up the entire gaming industry is and how predatory and, like, abusive it is towards its staff and all of the developers, but all of that talk gets thrown directly out the window when you're talking about a new Pokemon game. Like, ignoring the fact that the team is way smaller than you probably think it is, like, you do realize they are some of the most crunched people in the industry. Like, they are genuinely right up there with Sega in just throwing away, like, whatever, like, decent start that they have, solely just because they do need to meet timelines. And for Game Freak, it's specifically bad because the thing with the games is they are, like, tertiary to the interests of the brand. They make way more money out of the anime, the trading cards, and the toys than they do from the games. The games are just there, essentially, as another piece of marketing. for their other products. And basically that means they care the least about its quality as a company, solely just because they know that other things are going to be more important to them. And they have to stick to a timeline because every single thing affects the others. Like, you can't release the trading card game and all the new cards before the game. You can't have the anime start without a game and toys to go alongside it. So basically, everything's running within very thin margins where people are being crunched way beyond where they should be. And this is also hindered by the fact that people, demand essentially more and more and more games from them every year. Like, I would be perfectly fine getting a new Pokemon game every few years as opposed to every year. And, but that's the thing. We kind of have an issue, which is people are very bad at waiting for things. Like, one of the best examples is, look at Among Us and Fall Guys. Both of those are very good games, just from straight up gameplay design and design overall. The issue is, they are made by very small teams of people and developed by very small teams of people. Among Us, in fact, only has one actual gameplay developer. The rest are just friends and help manage, the media accounts and such. The issues with that, are major. Also, where are the monsters? Not seeing any monsters I thought there may have been a hole back there. Oh, guess they were just too close to the building. The issue is, it took so long for both Among Us and Fall Guys to get an update that people declared them dead months after their real popularity started. It's a very, 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 time-sensitive industry where people genuinely will, of course the games are always going to be good, but if you don't have the game ready, within a certain period of time, 3 months is honestly, between updates, is a death sentence, from what I have seen. No, 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 do not kill my fox. Do not kill the foxes. Stop, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Stop. Stop. Ah, shoot, I don't have any blocks. Nope, you are going into the hole. Nope. You are not going after that fox. Not allowed. Not allowed. Bad dog. Actually, no. Oh, God, mouse is doing it again. Okay, bad dog. You will stay in there until you have learned your lesson. You are no longer going after the fox. Okay, so I have these sweet berries, and I don't know where the other fox is. Wait, are you holding... What are you holding? Oh, rabbit pelt. Okay. Goodbye, fox. But yeah, 3 months of no updates essentially killed Fall Guys and Among Us. So, Pokemon is the biggest brand in the world. So you might think, well, there's no way that a lack of games for a year is going to kill that. The thing is, it might, because you have to think, if you are to pause development on the games, that means you can't really introduce anything. If you were to slow down development of the games, you can't really release new stuff such as, merchandising or toys for anything new. You'd essentially be entirely relying upon the stuff that you had made before. And that's not like, Pokemon plays into nostalgia a lot. However, it takes new stuff in order to sell. So basically, what you're doing is you're heavily cutting down the amount of profits that they can make as a company by doing that. So essentially, we're stuck in a very fucked system because the games cannot improve because of all the requirements of other things. We wish that there could be better industry standards, but that would require the attention spans of people being way longer. And we really don't have that ability right now because just, like, look at the state of, like, Twitch and YouTube. Like, you have games coming out and having 5 minutes of fame and that's it. Like, genuinely. It's a bigger issue than just, alright, delay the game. Because, unfortunately, it is a business. There is more to it than just try harder. I wish it was easier, and I wish that if the actual, like, I wish that it was better for the developers. But there's not much that you can do about it. And also, the games just look good to begin with. It doesn't help that pretty much every single, like, it's already being milked dry for content, Pokemon. It really is. Like, I used to watch a lot of Pokemon YouTubers because, you know, I genuinely really liked them. But over time, it did genuinely just seem like I was watching the same video over and over and over again. Like, it didn't seem like anything was actually, like, changing or, like, becoming anything else. It was genuinely just like, alright, here is this week's video of essentially the same stuff that you've seen 1,000 times. It was like the equivalent of Minecraft Manhunt, where it's the same thing every single time. It's just, like, at most you have a slightly different terrain. Like, you never see normal playthroughs of Pokemon games anymore. Everything has to be a randomized, Nuzlocke, something or other, introducing new modes and, like, different, like, not even different ideas, just you have to keep changing and changing and changing just to get a few more viewers out of, like, the same game that you've played 100 times. There isn't much opportunity for change. So people are already experiencing fatigue from the series just because of how much of the same you already get. So, like, I don't know. It's just like, the games look incredibly fun to me. They really do. And I understand people's problems with them. But stop harassing the poor developers and the intern on Twitter who has literally no freaking control over anything. Like, please. And it doesn't help that Pokemon fans are, like, modern interpretations of Call of Duty fans. And I've used this analogy several times before, and people have been confused by it. When I say that, I mean that, basically, Pokemon fans will get exactly what they want. Over and over and over. Time and time again. And anytime they do get what they want, they complain about it afterwards. Every time. Like, just genuinely, it's ridiculous. How long have people been, harassing the developers, asking, or rather demanding, a Diamond and Pearl remake? And the first time you see it, it's just like people are so up in arms about it already. A game that very clearly says it's not finished yet. And that is important because games are developed up until the day they are released and further beyond that. The reason we have day one patches is because physical releases have to be done months in advance, and the game will not be ready at that point. Guaranteed. Like, there is absolutely no opportunity. And it's just ridiculous watching this happen time and time again, because it's the same exact song and dance. It's literally just complaining that we don't have this thing, and as soon as we get the thing, we nitpick every element of it until we just decide that we don't like it. Even though it is exactly what we asked for in the first place. It just... That is why I say that Call of Duty fans are... that Pokemon fans are the modern Call of Duty fans. Because this is exactly what happened with Call of Duty for years. For years and years and years. You saw people being like, alright, we don't want modern military shooters anymore. We don't want World War II shooters anymore. They flooded the market, we're not interested. As soon as Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare came out, do you remember how much those were hated? How much people freaking despised those games? It was exactly what was asked for, and it was hated for it. Immediately after, they had to go directly back to World War II, the same thing that they were trying to get away from in the first place because people didn't want that anymore, according to them. And then, just immediately after, they have to pivot directly back, and whoops, now it's one of the best-selling Call of Duty games. It's like... it's... I don't know. I don't know. I remember when people were genuinely, like, of the opinion that the Gen 1 Pokemon games were the best, and you'd never see a game from the series as good as that. And this is not a joke. This was an actual thing. Gen 1ers, the term, came from that. It wasn't just a, like... It wasn't just a term to describe that people who really liked Gen 1 a lot. It was people who were actively, like... They actively thought, yes, the best that the Pokemon series will ever be is Gen 1. And this was huge, especially around the release of Black and White, which people at the time referred to as the worst Pokemon game of all time. I still agree with that sentiment, actually. After doing a Soul Link of Black and White with Evan, we determined it's not fun. Like, just genuinely not a fun game. It's way too... like, people will complain about X and Y until the day... like, until the cows come home. But genuinely, like, Black and White are more linear than X and Y. This is not a joke. This is actually just the truth. You are so limited in Black and White. It is beyond reasonable. It is just like, you have one path, and you better stick to it. There is nothing else for you. You get maybe, like, 10 different unique encounters in the game, and then half of the Pokemon you find are going to be in Victory Road and will take another 10 years to evolve because of how high freaking level they evolve at. It's ridiculous. And Gen 5 is where the lack of originality in Pokemon designs really started. And what I mean by that is not the actual design, I mean the competitive usage of those Pokemon. Because up through Gen 4, think about it, there were so many Pokemon that you could run in a variety of different ways. and have it be completely viable. Pokemon had different stats. Nowadays, Pokemon stats really don't matter much because you're only ever going to see them run exactly one way over and over and over and over again. It is a complete waste of time to even bother putting in stats. It should literally just be physical Pokemon and special Pokemon, fast Pokemon and defensive Pokemon. There is nothing else. Like, that is something that I feel like people should complain about. Because, like, you essentially have Pokemon that have one stat or two stats and nothing else. Also, I'm just noticing now, no matter what, that text is at the top layer of all of the blocks. Oh, that's funny. I don't even know if that's going to be recorded, but essentially, like, if I just, like, position the text, it literally goes over parts of the glass. Wow. That's amazing. Alright. Well, that's enough for today's episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!